This story comes from after the Ice Age, 200 years later. It starts with a small village where people begin to live, and there is a start of human evolution. Humans change, using different kinds of metals for their daily purposes, and they develop themselves right now. In this village, the villagers are ruled by a leader named Ezra. He holds all the power in the village, and all the members of the village accept the decisions of Ezra. In this village, there is a priest who possesses some kind of power that allows him to easily see the future. The priest comes to Ezra and says,
3 days ago, a woman gave birth to a child, a boy, who is very dangerous for the society. I want you to kill him after his birth. If you couldn't do this, then it will impact the whole society after his birth. Ezra asks the priest, do you know the name of the mother of this child? The priest replies, I don't know the name of the mother, but you should check for yourself. Those who give birth after 3 days, you should order to kill all the boy children.
After receiving this information, Ezra sends his men to the village with instructions to give him daily updates. He plans to identify in the village who has given birth to a boy in the last 3 days. After 3 days, in a small corner house of the village, there is a mother who is starving for food. She is pregnant and can't move anywhere. She was raped by some people and hasn't eaten any food for the last 5 days. Today, she is suffering pain. It's time to give birth to the child.
Ezra instructs his men, without any delay, kill the child born today right in front of their parents.
These instructions are followed by some people whom Ezra has trusted. Now, this mother who is starving for food suffers pain in her stomach. She doesn't even realize that she wants to give birth to a child. When the pain becomes unbearable, she runs towards the nearby houses for help. However, nobody wants to help her. An old lady sitting below a tree sees that the woman is suffering a lot of pain and can't even walk properly. The old lady decides to help the woman, and she assists in delivering her child in her house. After giving birth to the child, the woman suffers a lot of pain in her body due to not eating any food in the past 5 days. As some people come towards her house, she doesn't even realize that they want to kill her child. One of the men looks at the child and says in a low voice to another, "He is a boy." Both of them take out their knives, and the old lady, fearing for her life, runs away from the house. The woman asks the person,
"Why do you want to kill my child? I haven't done anything wrong. Why are you punishing him?"
One man raises his hand to put a knife to the baby, but before that, the woman protects her child and tries to grab the knife from them. Unfortunately, the knife hits her back. She runs outside the house, where some people are already waiting for her. They throw the woman aside and take the child from her. She shouts and seeks help from the people to see what they are doing to her child. However, everyone is looking at her, and she realizes that she is helpless to protect her child. Before they get too far away, she shouts at them,
"If you don't want to give me my child, then take me with you. I will take you all with me to death."
The men all laugh at her. In desperation, she burns her clothes and runs towards them. The people are afraid, and they scatter in different directions to avoid her. She reaches the person who is taking her baby and burns that man's face. Now she has little energy left, but she tries to protect her child before dying. She asks an old lady to carry her child, state that he is her child, and the old lady also has tears in her eyes while watching this. The old lady somehow manages to grab the child and protect him from the people. She tells the old lady to run away somewhere safe, not in this village. She promises to handle the people herself. While she speaks, her voice is still affected by the fire, and she tries to touch the people who are running towards the old lady. After a few minutes, she dies. The old lady manages to leave the village and goes to the riverside, where she sees a man sleeping carrying a sword. The old lady thinks that he can protect the child easily, as she doesn't have enough life left. So, she believes the child will be safer in his care. She leaves the child with him. When the man wakes up, he sees a child nearby. He touches the child and feels that the child is very sick. He covers the child with his clothes and heads toward the village where the old lady comes from. On his way to the village, he witnesses some people punishing the old lady because she hid the child. He sees a woman burned dead nearby, and the old lady is confronting the people. The man realizes that he can't say anything because if he does, they might notice the child, and they would kill him as well. The man asks the public
why they are beating him like that.
One person says
that the old lady had hidden a child who was dangerous for their society, and that's why they wanted to kill him.
When they look, the child is being carried by that man. They inform Ezra that this is the person carrying the child in the crowd. When Ezra arrives there, he sees the man's sword and asks,
"Are you Valiant?"
Valiant? And who are you?
Ezra, I'm the leader of this village. I have heard a lot about you from the public. They say you can kill your enemies instantly and cannot die.
Valiant, whatever you have heard is true, and I have no interest in killing any humans. I want to be friendly with them, but some humans always want to get something from me, and they want to kill me. That's why I have killed those who are willing to kill others.
Ezra, is that child you are carrying yours?
Valiant. No, this child was given to me. I remember someone dropped this child near me while I was sleeping, so I don't know who the child's parents are.
Ezra asks the old lady while beating him in public, and the old lady confesses that she had dropped the child near that person. When Valiant sees this, he asks Ezra to stop his cruelty in public and says that he has no right to beat people in public without any kind of mistakes.
Ezra, you are an outsider, and you don't have any right to speak on our matters. We have our own rules and regulations, so give me that child. This child belongs to our village.
Valiant, if I give you the child, what will you do with him?
Ezra, look at the woman who was burned. She tried to stop and protect her child, and she died by herself. So, this child is cursed, and he will bring destruction to humanity.
Valiant, who gave you the right to decide the future of any person? This child has his own future, and it has not been decided yet.
The priest interferes in the matter, saying,
"This child is born to kill humans. I have seen a lot of humans die because of him. He will make cruel decisions with his leadership, and no one can stop him."
Valiant, I will give this child a new life. I will teach him to live friendly with humans and teach him to protect others. Take this child with me. You don't have any right to kill the child based on these unpredictable future claims.
Ezra orders his people to stop him, and they surround Valiant and stop fighting with him. During the fight, Valiant thinks that these people blindly follow and don't even know what is right and wrong. They are all puppets of Ezra, and they need a new leader. People try to kill Valiant, but when they use their swords and cut him, his wounds heal within a short time. Slowly, they all get tired of attacking him, and Valiant defeats each one of them who is trying to kill him. When Ezra sees this,
Ezra, take this child with you. I don't need him, and I regret everything I have done.
Valiant, now I have changed my mind. Leaving you with these people would be a disaster for society. You have committed so many crimes. People may believe in your words, but whether they like me or not, you won't live anymore now.
Ezra tries to escape from Valiant and runs towards his home where some of his people are. They also try to stop Valiant, but he beats and injures them severely. Ezra begs for mercy, but Valiant doesn't listen to him.
Valiant, you have brought your death upon yourself by trying to kill this newborn child. Now, you have no right to live.
and he kills Ezra. In the village, people protest against Valiant, but when he moves to the center of the crowd, they all fall silent.
Valiant. Now she will be the leader of the village, pointing to the old lady. And all of you will follow her orders. Those who avoid my orders and try to change the leader will face consequences.
Many people fearfully agree with his command in low voices.
Valiant. Now, little boy, nobody will harm you. I am your protector in this world.
The lady comes near Valiant.
You saved us and gave us a new life, she says. His mother sacrificed her life for her child, living as a slave. But her child won't live like that. His mother's name was Amira. I should say his name is King Omex.
Valiant. That's a great name, matching with his mother's name. I will change the future that was decided for this child.
He then carries the child on his back in a bucket and moves towards his location. This was the first episode of King Omex's life. Please share your feedback on the story. If you want to learn more about the Valiant called Titans, you can read our book Mystic Skeleton Season 2. Thank you.